This is William here, and today we're going to talk about how Google Penguin affects your website. This is really a more brief version of what I presented yesterday, but I think that being a little more concise will help you to perform your websites. Google's guts officially stated, well, we can't divulge specific signals because we don't want to give people a way to game our search results and worsen the experience for users. Our advice for webmasters is to focus on creating high quality sites that create a good user experience, employ white hat SEO methods instead of engaging in aggressive web spamming tactics. He also stated the change will decrease rankings for sites that we believe are violating Google's existing quality guidelines. We see all sorts of web spam techniques every day, from keyword stuffing to link schemes that attempt to propel sites higher in the rankings. Furthermore, to me, that indicates that this is about all web spam techniques, not just keyword stuffing and link schemes, but also everything in between. It's pretty clear about this. One of the key things to the quality guidelines list is don't create multiple pages, subdomains, or domains with substantially duplicate content. Let's review the guidelines again so that we have a better understanding of what Google is pointing to. One thing to remember is duplicate content could be one of those that can get your site into trouble, or you may not be intentionally trying to spam Google. For Google, it's all about quality user experience, and content that is deliberately duplicated across domains in an attempt to manipulate search engine rankings or win more traffic. When a visitor sees substantially the same content repeated, Google lists the following steps as you can take to address any duplicate content issues. Use 301s. If you restructure your site, use 301 redirects. Redirect permanent in your HTA access file. Be consistent. Try to keep your internal linking consistent. For example, don't link to example.com/page, example.com/page, or example.page/index. Use top-level domains to help serve the most appropriate version of a document. Use top-level domains whenever possible to handle country-specific content. We're more likely to know that a site like www.example.france contains French-focused content than one that says .example.com/France or http france.example.com. Syndicate carefully. If you syndicate your content on other sites, Google will always show the version we think is most appropriate for users in each given search, which may or may not be the version you prefer. However, it is helpful to ensure that each site on which your content is syndicated includes a link back to your original article. You can also ask those who use your syndicated material to use the no-index meta tag to prevent search engines from indexing their version of the content. Use Webmaster Tools to tell you how you prefer your site to be indexed. You can tell Google your preferred domain, for example, .example.com or the HTTP example.com. Minimize boilerplate repetition. For instance, instead of including lengthy copyright text on the bottom of every page, include a very brief summary, then link to a page with more details. In addition, you can use a parameter handling tool to specify how you would like Google to treat URL parameters. Avoid publishing stubs. Users don't like seeing empty pages, so avoid placeholders where possible. For example, don't publish pages for which you don't have real content. If you do create placeholder pages, use the no-index meta tag to block these pages from being indexed. Understand your content management system. Make sure you're familiar with how content is displayed on your website. Blogs, forums, and related systems often show the same content in multiple formats. For example, a blog entry may appear on the home page of a blog, in an archive page, or in a page of other entities with the same label. Minimize similar content. If you have pages that are similar, consider expanding each page or consolidating the pages into one for the same information. For example, if you have a travel site, you might have two pages. You can either merge the pages or expand the content on each page to contain more unique content about each city. And don't block Google from duplicate content. Google advises against this because it won't be able to detect when URLs point to the same content. We'll have to treat them as separate pages. Use the conical link element. Rel equals conical And please note, Google doesn't consider duplicate content grounds for penalty unless it appears it was used in a deceptive way or to manipulate search results. However, that seems like one of those areas where an algorithm might leave room for error. And that concludes this brief presentation on how Google Penguin affects your website. We look forward to seeing you again. So this is William. Take care.